Welcome, fellow infidels. I am Gadi Adelman. I'm having a deja vu moment here. Back in February, I did a video because of the way our leaders handled the situation when some Qurans were inadvertently burned at Kabul Air Force Base in Afghanistan. And the way our leaders decided to handle that situation when riots came afterwards and our boys and girls and men and women in uniform were being murdered over it, the way they decided to handle it was to apologize. Yesterday was September 11th, the 11th anniversary of the most horrific and largest terrorist attack in our nation's history. During that anniversary, Muslims, or as they refer to themselves, ultra-conservative protesters, and I got to go sideways here. Let me digress for a minute. I've been saying for years there is no such thing as radical Islam or moderate Islam. There's just Islam. And I refer to those that do these types of things as devout Muslims. So it's pretty interesting that they refer to themselves as ultra-conservative. But nonetheless, these ultra-conservative Muslims climbed the wall of the United States Embassy in Cairo, Egypt. They tore down the American flag and replaced it with a black Islamic flag. One, I might add, that is used by Al-Qaeda. And the inscription on that flag is, "There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the prophet of God." Now, they claim to have done this in protest of a video that's been released that supposedly attacks the Prophet Muhammad. Allow me to explain that in Islamic law, you are not allowed to depict Muhammad in any way, shape, or form, good or bad. And this is why we saw the riots and murders throughout Europe over a cartoon. But nonetheless, this was their excuse. Now, in their infinite wisdom, once again, our so-called leaders decided, while they were scaling the walls, attacking our embassy, tearing down our flag, they decided to release the following press statement. The Embassy of the United States in Cairo condemns the continuing efforts by misguided individuals to hurt the religious feelings of Muslims, as we condemn efforts to offend believers of all religions. Respect for religious belief is the cornerstone of American democracy. We firmly reject the actions by those who abuse the universal right of free speech to hurt the religious beliefs of others. I'm having a kumbaya moment, bear with me. But while this was going on, the embassy in Libya, Bengazi, was also attacked. But in this case, they also attacked the home, the residence of our ambassador. And while he was fleeing in his vehicle with 3 staff members, they were all murdered when a rocket hit their vehicle. Again, I say it was an excuse because it was 9/11, and you can bet your bottom dollar, connect the dots, Al-Qaeda was behind this. But I'm sure we've all seen by now the videos and pictures that are making their way around the TV and the internet of how, in the most Islamic fashion, they dragged the dead bodies of the ambassador and his staff members through the streets. But once again, we just apologize. Given that it was September 11th yesterday, I want to leave you with this thought. Had these so-called leaders that we have been on Flight 93, do you think we would have heard the term, "let's roll"? No. We would have heard, "let's apologize." Till next time, America Akbar.